Shalom Aleichem Internet, my name is R Sender Geisinsky, and here is the weekly Torahbyte. Our American society is built on an intricate structure of laws and statutes. These laws maintain and protect the ideals and values that underpin our society as enshrined in the Constitution, most famously life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It is often referenced that these values that are the foundation of our law and order are Judeo-Christian values. But there is one very important difference in which the ideals of the American founders deviate from those articulated in our Torah. This point is highlighted in this week's Torah portion, Parshat Mishpatim, in which most of the civil laws that serve as the basis of our Western society codes of law today can be found. This week's portion opens with, "And these are the laws." The opening word "and" binds the laws of this Torah portion with the foundational moment of Mount Sinai, which was the central theme of last week's Torah portion. As the commentaries state, just as these, the Ten Commandments, are from Sinai, so too these, the civil laws enumerated in our Torah portion, are also from Sinai. The Torah portion then goes into incredible detail in establishing a laws-based society in which every citizen is protected from damage, harm, fraud, domestic abuse, etc. Laws that are still on the cutting edge of progressive first world society to this very day. It is quite remarkable. Yet when one looks closely at the value set that underpins this intricate structure of laws, it is not to protect the individual's freedoms and liberty to pursue self-interest or happiness. You and your freedom and your happiness is not the ultimate goal. Rather, as is illustrated in the very first law introduced in this portion, which speaks to the limits that apply to one's voluntary servitude to another person, even if it is your desire to continue serving this particular person forever, you may not. Fascinatingly, the reason is not because Judaism cherishes your liberty above all else and is looking to free you so that you may pursue your own interests. But the reason that the Torah gives that you may not perpetually stay in service of a person is because you are already in service to another. You are God's servant. As are all people, and as the Talmud states, you cannot live your life being a perpetual servant to one who is already a servant. In other words, you were born to serve God and the unique purpose for which He created you. And the laws that protect your freedoms in Judaism are not protecting your pursuit of self-interest. They are protecting your freedom to serve your purpose. Now you might think then that this would make our American system a better, more citizen-friendly system. But I submit to you that the American approach of life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness yields far less happiness than does the Torah's approach of life, liberty, and the pursuit of purpose. Think about it. Never has a society been more free to pursue indulgences as our society here now. But do you see that people are happier and more content? Think about it. In your own life, what are your truest moments of happiness, satisfaction, and contentment? Were they moments in which you were a consumer, freely indulging your cravings? Or were they when you were a provider, freely giving of yourself and making things better for a loved one, a friend, or better yet, even a stranger? Adam la'amal yulad, says the Torah. We were created by our Creator to serve purpose, not just to consume. Therein lies our truest sense of fulfillment and therefore happiness. And it is this pursuit that the Torah protects and guides with its civil and religious laws. We need to reintroduce this concept into society, starting with our family and friends first, that our lives and our liberties should not be in place just to serve ourselves, but rather to help us serve our purpose. If we can start living like this, we will undoubtedly move ourselves and the world closer to the ultimate goal. The times of Mashiach in which God's sovereignty will be revealed to all, and we will all be free to serve Him in peace and fulfillment. Shabbat Shalom.